my garage. Bubba, I don't know if you can see him over there. I'm very happy with the situation because he's a runner and he has to be secured to something if the garage door comes open, which is going to have to happen so that we have light. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to open up the front door. Not that it's going to make that much difference. Not a lot of light in the P&W right now. So yeah. So I have to be out here cleaning in my garage because you can clearly see this is not a go ride the road king day. In my world anyway. I don't know. What are you guys doing? It's this rainy out. I'm pretty sure you're doing the same thing I might be doing. You're either inside getting ready for your turkey day, or you're inside doing something. Oh, hey, Key Fob. And you're all sideways, so, okay. Anyway, Susan, hello. How are you? Susan's one of my friends from the lady riders group up here that I belong to, Warrior Angel Riders. And Fib 282, hi. Keith Huntsman, hello. You're inside fixing dinner. And yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do other than I started to clean the garage, like I said. And let me see if I can turn you around. Oh, no. Orientation is locked. Oh, that means I can't go straight up and down now, I guess. But anyway, there's my Sportster. And it had an oil disaster leak while I was on vacation. But no fears. My mechanic is going to sort that out. Well, as soon as I make him aware of it. Yeah, but anyway, and there's Bubba. See, he's a runner. So I've got him tied down to his little thing. I initially bought this because Adam Sandoval said it worked great on the back of his bike to haul his little dog that he had, Scooter. But then I tried putting it on the back of the Dyna, and it just didn't work because Dyna saddlebags are really tiny. And I think it'll work on the back of the Roadie. Let's see. Well, maybe with a few alterations. I mean, it's definitely bigger than my overnight bag. But on this last trip out, I discovered that I don't really need a great big overnight bag, which is cool. Bubba, you are not getting away from me. Sorry, you guys. I have to play dog wrangler, too. So, yeah, this is the Road King. It just did a 6,000, I think it was like 300-mile trip. And that was its second big trip with me. Well, third. Trips have been like, first trip was I did a 1,000-mile shakedown cruise when it was brand new. And I was trying to see what I wanted to do as far as upgrades go. And no, Bubba, you're barking at the wrong tree there, buddy, because there's no treats. Anyway, first trip on the Road King kind of gave me some ideas on what I wanted to fix up. And since we're out here, that was Bubba's toy. Since we're out here, might as well talk about it. I got the soft lowers to put on the bottom. I always take them off when the temperature is 90. But in the meantime, they protect me from a lot of muck and guck, and there's some pockets there. And one side holds a flask very nicely, and the other side holds my Princess Pass, handicap pass to you uninitiated, and a roll of toilet paper in a Ziploc bag. Well, part of a roll of toilet paper, and it does get squished, but I also added this. It's a little drink holder, and you know, you can dump all kinds of crap in there when you're getting geared off to go in and go do something. I also have in here, oh, yeah, this is still here. Because everybody keeps asking me what I had done to the bike after that initial trip. And it is a 2021 Road King. It's got a Cyclorama cam in it. It's got a 107 engine. CR480 MT, whatever that means. Chromeworks 2-to-1. It's got an S55mm intake manifold with a 5.3 injector setup in it. It's been finished with a HD ventilator air cleaner. It's got 124 foot-pounds of torque and is putting out 111 horsepower, which we're not going to talk about how fast I go. We just don't do that. I also added on, oh, my light went out, didn't it? I also added on this anti-vibration quad lock wireless charger setup. It was a little spendy, but well worth it in my opinion. And then the guys added a power cable. They took off the tank, ran me 2 power cables up here so I can power my phone, and I can plug in 2 things over here. Sometimes it's just a matter of plugging in my extra batteries and running a GoPro off of this, because I really like this view. And I don't know if you've seen those videos, but sometimes I'll put my GoPro on here, and then you don't have to look at my dirty windshield, which is still clean from when Southern Thunder cleaned it off down there. Well, and I hit some rain. My neighbor's waving at me, he thinks I'm crazy. Also, one of my mechanics, Rip, gave me this really nifty thing, and it kind of stays on there pretty well. Oh, sorry about that. It's a great place to pop my road snacks in. Ooh, is there anything in there? Oh, I don't know what's in there, but I had to clean that out. Yeah, and as always, as soon as I get off these bikes, they wind up plugged into a tender. Taylor Comstock, hi. Zoom meetings, man, I hated those. Okay, so Susan Fenwick just popped out. Love you, Susan. I've known her for so long. She lives over on the peninsula, if I remember correctly. And anyway, some of the other things that I did for this bike is I added these. I think it's Captain Itch or something like that. These are leather, and they are some anti-heat devices for your nether regions. I had to fibings the crap out of them, and then I put some rock straps and bungee cords over it, held them down for a couple, 3 days, till they conformed to the way that I wanted them to be. I also got this new seat for it. Not really wild about it. Kind of pitches me at a weird angle. But, you know, part of that is me, and I have to get used to sitting different. Thank you, Taylor Comstock. I think this is a pretty bike. But hey, you haven't seen my Sportster yet, full on. Where do you see it? It's my baby. Anyway, I added this on because I have to have, you know, a girl's got to have some place to keep her snacks cool. And I decided to start putting stickers on of places I'd been and people that support me to get there. And you can't really see much on this side. I've got a 114 air cleaner cover on this, so I covered that up with a Brap Star sticker because I'm too cheap to buy a new cover, just because it's just cosmetics, in my opinion. I've also got it set up for some sort of a navigation system that I haven't sussed out yet, but I will. I'm gonna come back in here. You guys want to help me get Bubba back in the house? Okay. Want to get back in the house? Hang on. Hang on. I know. Okay. Hang on, I'm going in the house. My grandson lives here with me. I think he just went to the gym. Okay, go on. There you go. Anyway, there we are. Oh, I guess he didn't because my car's still here. So, I am trying to figure out how I can turn this Gemini thing off on my phone. Anybody got any tips on that? I'd be happy for him. Oh, back to Zoom meeting. So I'm interested to know what kind of Zoom meeting you're in, unless it's classified, in which case don't say, because I can't even guarantee that I'd be able to see anyway. Do you guys want to see my, did we finish on this? I had my Dyna on the tail of the Dragon, and I found a spare sticker, so I figured it's the rider, not the bike, right? So I plopped that sucker on there. And my add-on kid and I cut this down. It was for a really tall man, and so it came up here, and the wobble of the top of this combined with my sunglasses and my flip-down visor, ooh, made me crazy. Made me crazy. Pizza, thin or thick crust? Anybody? Anybody got an opinion on pizza, thin or thick crust? Apparently YouTube wants me to ask y'all. Anyhow, I'm trying to get my subscribership and my viewing hours up. So yeah, I've got also for the next trip I take, I've got some hippo hands, which those of you in the P&W know that they started out with snowboarders, and they're these really nice devices that have like a frame, and then it is like a little mini muffin for your hand. That didn't quite sound right, did it? Oh well. Anyhow, those are up here in storage for now. My son, I think he was just angling to buy new ones for his bikes, but I got his old ones, and I'm perfectly happy with them because they work great. And I have a trickle charger for every one of my bikes, and this is an invaluable thing if y'all travel. I highly recommend snagging one of these, and just at the end of the day when you've got all this crap on your bike and you don't think you can stuff anything else in the bags, that's the deal, man. That's the deal. Anyhow, in my garage I also have, tastefully tucked away in the corner, my yoga mat, stuff for the cars. They don't get a lot of room in this garage. There's a little vacuum cleaner, air hose, compressor, bike stuff. This is usually where all the little bits and bobs go, you know, like my rain gear over there. Got some spare parts for the Dyna down there. I think I've got like my fourth, yeah, I got a Nelson Riggs bike cover there. I don't want to use that though, because I don't want people to know I got expensive stuff. I took those off of the Dyna because when it's at the shop, they always have tight quarters there. And although the saddlebags are not all that precious, I like to make things easier on them. Now what is it telling me? Oh, America IT cybersecurity resume building with chat GPT assistance. No idea what all that is. Although I did just have an excellent chance to build a resume. Paid like $3 for it. Hang on, I'm going to put you guys down over here for a second. Let me turn you around. You don't need to see my messy bench. Apparently you don't need to see the back of my hand either. But I'm just going to take this off the Sportster so you can see my baby. This is a one-car garage from the 1940s. It is open in the rafters, so I've got things stuffed up there. When I bought the house 38 years ago, it was a wood shop. And the drunks that lived here didn't take all the wood with them, and I just finally finished getting all of it out because it wasn't in the way, so why not? So yeah, I kind of spread all the bike covers out on the Sportster, but I figured out what to fit which where. This is the one I took with me on the last trip. My friend first said that it looked like a fat girl in a too small sports. Yeah, she's funny. It's kind of nice to hang out with people that you've known for like 40 some odd years, you know? I know you guys probably have that advantage too, but you don't have that advantage as much as you could, which is of course sad. But I don't talk about sad things very often, so. Am I sideways for you guys? Hey, Doug, how are you? Dry Heat Doug, my favorite writing partner of all times, except for Sean up here. And Doug would be really, really vying for that if he lived closer. Hang on, you guys. So yeah, I've lived here for 30-ish, yeah, well, I moved in 87, 88, something like that. Anyway, this is my Sportster. And this is the reason for the obsession. I love this Sportster to death. They built it for me at Easy Street Custom Cycles up here. Oh, okay. Hang on. Is that better, Doug? Yes, I've always been a little sideways anyway. You guys could have said something earlier. Anyway, I'm just used to shooting sideways because it all goes on YouTube. Yeah, this is my Sportster. And if the light was better, you could see this beautiful, beautiful metal flake. And then there's this haystack job. Hey, Quick Shoe, how are you? Oh, I've been on here for 15 minutes. That's amazing. But yeah, so anyway, YouTube is going to cap me off if I get to the grand number of 25, since I'm a small channel. You guys can help that. You can share my videos with your friends and tell them to subscribe. And tell them to watch them too, of course. Apparently I'm really lacking in watch hours. This, I love this thing. I had it made at a small custom leather shop in 84. I've kept it greased up over the years, and I've always had it on my sporty or my shovel head. And yeah, it works really well. Has my Sportster toolkit in there. And if you ever want to look at that, you can scroll back through my old videos. Yeah, the blue with the metal flake, even better in real life. And then this is a darker shade of blue, and I think they call this a haystack detailing. And yeah, it's so pretty. Also, little tech trip here. Red Ryder, when she watches this later, she might notice that. Now, this is just a bucket, and it's just mounted on the lower triple tree. So what you do when you need a higher beam because you're going really faster at night than your headlight can keep up, yep, that's what you do. Well, except for you don't want to hit it like that because that'll mess with the filament. So what you do is from the driver's seat back there, you just reach down and you go kind of that. See? Yeah, high beam. Well, extra high beam. Dudes, it works. It works. And let's see here. Let's go back here. This one doesn't have any anti-theft stuff on it, so I can do this. And see this, a friend of mine gave me this because I had Harley AMF badges on it because it's a 74 Sportster. But they were period correct for these fat bobs that I fit on here and welded the tabs for myself and all that back in the day. But when Todd took the tanks down there, we had already put these on. And so when he did the paint job, he did a really nice detail job on that, didn't he? And now you can see how iridescent the flake is. It's just beautiful. And, yep, nice, clean-looking dashboard here. Speedometer doesn't really work. It's got roughly 100 miles on because I got two bikes that are much more fun. This is mostly a sentimental show bike, you guys. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure you knew that. If it was a goes out every day bike, I wouldn't have as many loose little bits and stuff. And it somehow wound up not being on the battery charger, so I'll deal with that in a little bit. And then there's this. I put, had the guys put disc brake on the back because, I mean, Flintstoning it when you come up to a stoplight, it has never been my jam. And see? This is really nice too. I got, my mother made me a custom set of little saddlebags, which I ran to Sturgis one year. And they were nice. They kept all my, my tarp and extra little bits and flotsam and stuff in them. A clean pair of socks, yada, yada, yada. But they were tiny, so I found a bigger set of bags. And I'm going to try and fit those up because Red Ryder and I were kind of talking about taking a little trip together on our Sportsters. She recently lost her sister, and that's just in memory of Walt. And he died in 1982. This side is beautifully chromed because you cannot keep this kind of an oil bag in paint because it gets too hot. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it does. It gets wicked hot. And so I had just kind of rattle canned the last couple of them that I put on there. And so yeah, they did not stay nice looking, so they definitely alligatored. And I don't know if I can get you into there or not, but Easy Street Custom Cycles, my guys, one of their customers, after seeing this bike on the bench there for years, went and had it made for me. Isn't that great? It's got a few little oil pump problems right now, which we have to sort out, but it's always had oil pump issues. And the bad part about that is that to get at the oil pump, you have to take everything off the top and drop the engine out of the frame. It's a solid mount engine, and the battery box is grommets. Yeah, all the chargy stuff is grommet mounted as well. And by grommet, I mean little rubbery things, you know. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's got dual discs on the front end because this is an old Super Glide. Back in the day, that's what was cheap, so that's what everybody was running, and that's what my brother got when he bought this bike. And then he died a year later. But yeah, so yeah, I love this bike though. Isn't it party? Got it all fitted out so I can have my phone on it. And I know it doesn't look like it, but that will adapt for that. Take me about 10 minutes. The neighbor kid's coming home from school. Yep. So that's the garage, you guys. What do you think? Oh, she has a live stream at 5:30. What time is it now, my time, Keith? That bike does sparkle in the sun. Hey, Serenity, how are you? I'm pretty excited. And then I think I started traveling on the Dyna in 23. And hang on. I started traveling on the Dyna in 23. And I kind of roughly kept track of where I went on Google Maps. And then Google Maps decided that we did not need to have access to that if we weren't smart enough to download it. And so guess who wasn't? So I've kind of been trying to go back and recreate my routes going according with what Quick has on from my GoPro and my pictures in Google Pictures. So yeah, hang on. Turn you around again. So yeah, of course, all good trips start from there where the red pin is. That year, for a shakedown cruise, I went to Rocky Mountain Roll before I took off and went to Florida. But before that, I took off and I went to over here-ish. But yeah, my friend Tracy and I went, and we had a great time. It was wicked hot because it was in July. And so when I got home and I started, I put the map up here. And this is the map, and I marked off some of the roads that we ran back there. But yeah, there are a lot of cool roads back there up in Tennessee in that area. And I'm going to go do that probably next year on my way back from the Northeast states. Okay, so hang on, let me see, what time is it? Oh, I guess I don't know why I'm thinking I can look and see. But yeah, so one of the things I like to do around here is this is a P&W Grand Tour, but recently it's gotten a little bit more dirt bikey than I prefer to do on my bikes. And this, I've started putting my friends' stickers where they're at. And yeah, so when I was at Rocky Mountain Roll, I had a great time, except for it rained and rained and rained. And some people bought me this. Not going to comment on it. Yep. And this one was also gifted to me, the one in the middle and on the bottom. Yep. And Lister and Smokey DeVan. I was so tickled when I got to Winslow, Arizona. I saw their stickers. When I got to Oark, I saw their stickers. And I saw them one other place, but I can't remember where. Look at this. This is very true. It's happy hour somewhere. I got this when I took my initial Safe Rider course off Hog. If you're a Hog member, there's a lot of benefits. And yeah, you don't want to see my messy garage. Well, you probably don't want to see my messy me either. But yeah, there's a lot of benefits for being a Hog member. And one of them is that they give you some money every month or every year on merch. They pay you for miles, so to speak. You can do dealership check-ins and get swag and yada, yada, yada. And yeah, it also gives you a great reason to stop and bum a free cup of coffee off of somebody. Oh man, my hands are getting cold. Hang on. But yeah. Hey, Big Dan, how are you? I do have a lot of stickers. I've also got a whole box of stickers from my most recent travels these last 2 years, because pretty much they wind up all over the place, like when I'm when I'm traveling, because oh hey, here, let's swap stickers. And then it's like, okay, now what do I do? Well, it winds up in my coin purse, it winds up in my painted gear, it winds up in my windshield bag. You guys didn't see my windshield bag set up on my Road King, did you? I know, you really want to see it. I know you do. Hang on. Oh, don't let me forget to take that thermos in the house. That is going to be nasty. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Turn you around here. Okay, so I told you about this. This is quad lock, and I'm really a big fan of quad lock. It's pretty effortless. They want you to put an anti-theft screw in here, and I'm like, man, they ain't doing that shit. This is Stewie, my little, my daughter's companion, who did my first solo cross-country trip with me from Tacoma to Key West with a stop at Valrico. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was 9,500 some odd miles, because I zigged and I zagged. But yeah, this is my snack bag, because snacks are important when I'm riding. I have to have like easily stuffable snacks in there. As you can see, I have Excedrin mixed with some Motrin in that one. I have a chapstick, eye drops, and I have some really good sunscreen, because I'm a pale girl. I am. And this was a nice Kemimoto bag, but as you can see, it has been tastefully duct taped the shit together, because they have really tiny set screws in it, and they settled their way all the way out of it. And so I'm going to have to go in there and I'm going to take the whole thing off and get some of that really hefty, heavy-duty stuff. Yeah. But anyway, I told you guys all about this bike. Does anybody have any questions about this one? Other than how fast it goes, because we're not going to go there. Okay. Quick show. It was really nice to hang out with you. It's good to see you. Hope to see you in Red Riders. Yeah, I was quite excited to talk to her about that, and because we're considering going and doing she's going to pop down here into the States, because I'm not sure if I can get into Canada. But yeah, and then she will join me, and we'll kind of run around. We can go over on the coast. Yep. So what's everybody else doing with this day? Is it as crappy everywhere else as it is here? I don't know. I don't know. If I come up with questions, I'll message you. Okay, Keith, that would be great. My dog thinks he needs to be wherever I am. And anytime I'm in the garage, he always wants to come out here with me. And then he wants treats. And then he loses them. Case in point, I just found one on the floor, along with a new toy that I fixed for him, because he likes squeaky, squawky, loud toys. Yep. I don't know how much battery you guys have. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, dry heat. I'm sorry about that. Big Dan, she really is a gem, isn't she? I like Red a lot. Her name is Angel, so it confuses me when I call her Angel, because then I always expect she won't answer, but she does. Rainy, cold, dark here in New York. Did get my little 650 GS out today. You can hear me just fine. Well, that's good. Yeah, I took my Dyna to the shop yesterday, just before the rain, And I called them a while ago because they said it would be done today. Or no, I took it Saturday, dropped it off. And I called them a little bit ago to see if it was done yet. And they were like, well, we really haven't even started on it. I was like, that's great because it's raining here. I went and had neck injections yesterday. I have trigger point injections in my neck usually every 3 months. And that is one of the secrets to getting along down the road in a comfortable fashion in my book. And so I went in yesterday and I got my neck injections, and last night was pretty miserable, as expected. Today has not been the best day in my life, as expected, because it hurts. But I've been putting, I have those beanbag things, and I just put it really hot, and I keep doing that, and you get through. But I'm 7 years old, so I'm pretty excited about this, because I'm still riding. Yeah, your Ultra Classic is at a buddy's shop for winter storage. I try to not do winter storage. The only thing I do is I take the Sportster out about once a month and run through the gears. I make sure I try to keep it off. Occasionally it will still foul the spark plugs, but I just pull them out and I clean them, and then we're good to go. And on the Dyna and the Road King, they mostly get ridden at least once or twice a month in the crappy weather. So I don't put any stabilizer in that after consultation with my mechanic. And so, yeah, it works pretty well. And on the Sportster, I always try to make sure I get it out and run it around, because I don't know if it's a thing or not, but I worry about the tires getting flat on the bottom and not recovering from that. Is that a thing? Do you guys? The injections, Keith, generally last me for about 3 months of hard riding. And then I start feeling achy and painful. And so then I know it's time to start trying to get in to get that appointment scheduled. Because it's a process. You have to go in and you have to ask them for the shot, and that's $50. Then you go in and you get the injections about 3 weeks later usually, and that's another $50. Then you have to go back in to let them know it worked, although I've been getting them for years now. I don't know. But, they usually work really well. It'll take me a couple, 3 days to equalize out again, as expected. I don't usually mention it to people because I ain't trying to make anybody feel bad for me. It's just I mention it as a method of, this is what I do, so, so I can keep riding. And I plan on keeping doing whatever as long as I can, so I can keep riding. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. A body in motion stays in motion. I'm getting a sticker made that says that. It's true. And I will definitely be in motion. Not today because it's rainy, but I suppose that I'm out here working and that's some sort of motion. I'm trying to set up my, you're going to have to turn around for this. Trying to clean off my bench. It's not a very big one, and it tends to accumulate stuff because I run out from the house and I drop things there. And trying to clean it off so I can put a little bitty chop saw type thing on it, because I want to make, I do make books. Oh, sorry about that. I just blocked you guys off, didn't I? I make books and I need to cut wood, and I bought this little, my daughter got me this little bitty saw thing. It's like a combo jigsaw, corner saw, yada, yada, yada thing. I saw it on Facebook and I was like, oh, that'll work. No, it won't. Apparently, to have a saw be a secure saw, you have to have a table to hook that bitch on. So I'm going to put it up here somewhere on this bench. I don't know where yet, but it'll be somewhere. I've been trying to remember what I put in that thermos. I'm not going to open it right now. I've had nerve blocks before, cortisone, all sorts of injuries, too stubborn to stop, rather ride. Amen to that, Big Dan. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, we were just taking a little tour of my dirty-ass garage, and I showed off my 2 bikes that are in here. The shovel head is in the back garage, and it's kind of like Fibber McGee's closet out there, so we're not going there. And Dinah is at the shop until next week because it's got an intake leak. miles on it. They told me not to ride it if I didn't. I always have to ride. But, now that I have two bikes that are easily rideable, I really, I'll take the Road King. But I did notice, it's kind of funny. I hopped on the Dyna to take it to the shop the other day, and it was so funny. I went to pull it up off kickstand, and, the Road King is a pretty hefty pull for me. So I went, ugh, and the Dyna went, woo! And I had to kind of really scrabble. And Jerry, I don't think so. Hang on. Everybody, let's give Jerry a tour of the dirty garage, shall we? Okay, so that is the corner where, oh, yeah. So this, hang on, I'll turn you guys around. Okay. Anyway, this is my tool tray that goes wherever. These are deep shit tools. There's pullers and sprockets, pullers and that kind of stuff, and some metric tools and some parts from my grandson's car. These are tear into an engine tools. And yes, I've done that. Crescent wrenches and yada yada, And everything that I don't want to put away winds up on the top here. The only thing I'm consistent about is I try to keep my measuring devices over there in that corner. And that's the corner of doom where all of the extension cords go for storage, apparently. And I have not used this thing once. Yes, I know it is a grease gun for Zerk fittings, but it was my brother's, and do you think I could get rid of that bitch? I cannot. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be here long after I am, because then my kids won't get rid of it. And this is my spare toolbox, which I probably could put some of these tools laying around here in it. My son-in-law very kindly gave it to me. So far, it's just all of these unused clean up your bike bits of crap. Because, yeah, let's be real. I don't clean my bikes. Little bitty cooler. Makes a nice little table. Bench. I rescued these from beside the road. Yanked out my old bench, which might have been a big mistake. This is 2 pieces of a kitchen cabinet set up, and I then threw some particle board on the top. And one of my friends, gone and dearly departed now, came over and mercilessly flipped me shit because it's not sturdy. So I came in that night and I mounted this vice grip, or this vise. Yeah, it's good for beating the crap out of stuff. I used to have we called it a Sportster tool, and it was a big ass framing hammer. And so when I was really annoyed, I'd go out and beat stuff up with it. Yep. So there's the other bunch of stuff. And if you've ever seen in my workroom in the house, you know that I'm a big fan of just putting things on the wall so you don't lose them. Yeah, I know. I don't know. But anyway, that's the other side. Jerry, this is my Sportster. Everybody else, I'm sorry. You're going to have to look at it again. I love my baby. My mother, I didn't tell you guys this earlier. My mother made this for me. It was for my shovel head originally. So I had a smaller solo on this one. My butt was smaller back then. But anyway, this is a prototype she made me for the shovel head. And I liked it so much by the time she got it done. And I never upgraded it, and I would never let her take it apart and fix it properly. But yeah, it was made with brown leather, and she dyed it. And yeah, yep. I think it's got springs under it. Nah, no, it doesn't have springs. It's just got a piece of foam. No wonder this thing rides rough. But it would ride rough anyway. It doesn't have heated grips or anything because it's not that kind of bike. It's mostly a show bike. I would hesitate to find out what its top speed is now. I don't think it's, well, yeah. It's a 1000 cc Sportster, and it used to have low compression pistons in it. I don't know what it has in it now, though. I think it's just a stock engine build that they did at Easy Street. The only thing that really annoys me is this, I think, is long. But, yeah, well, we're still on the trial phase because I've been out playing around on my other bikes and running around. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the other side of my garage, Jerry. And This is where we... Hey, Sterling, how are you? I hate Greece. Yep. So Sterling, what are you up to today? Yeah, this is kind of another corner of doom here. One of these days I'm going to have to drag everything out and figure out where I want to put it. I've got fluids for the bikes. Some of the cleaning stuff has made its way over here because occasionally I will clean a little bit of something. Like when I take one of my bikes to the shop, if it's really grungy, the guys kind of pseudo demand that I clean it, or they threaten to power wash it. And there's that side of the garage. And oh, you want to see a picture of my brother? He and I, way back in the day, on this very Sportster that's over there. That was, well, it must have been 81 because he died in 82. And that's my pops in Clallam, Washington. Yeah. He had an accident in that leather jacket in his 30s. And there's a thing that I was reading. I found a scrap of paper, and it was kind of a kick because they said that Mr. Rooks opted, he was probably passing illegally and drunk on his ass, but he was passing a car, didn't have enough room, laid the bike down, busted every zipper in that leather jacket, got up at Harborview, and took himself out of the hospital, saying that he didn't need treatment, which is just about like my family. I'm a little smarter than that. You were born in 1980? Wow. I was born in 1956, hence the 1956 after GmaRides. You just landed in Savannah, Georgia. I want to go to Savannah this time out in the spring. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm trying to figure out my timelines for this year. There's an event over here that Amanda does in Montana, and I want to go to that. She has a camp out. I'm not a camper, but there's also a little town right by her, and they have Airbnbs and that kind of stuff, and you know, you can just go for the daily events. And I would take the Dinah to that because the road can just be a hot mess going out into her cow pasture. Yeah. Although I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit more skilled, and I've been watching Doodle a lot. As a matter of fact, I told you guys I ran into her in Barstow, right? We were both just waking up in the morning. No photos were taken, which I felt kind of rude, you know, even saying hello to her. But yeah, she was very kind. I didn't want to ask her if she's traveling alone because that just seems kind of ew. If somebody asked me if I was traveling alone, I wouldn't answer them. Would you? I wouldn't. But anyway, so yeah, I ran into her in Barstow, and that motel, you have to go to their little restaurant that's associated with them and give them your breakfast choice, and you can get just a choice, and that is that. Anything else, you pay extra for it. So I took the free breakfast. But yeah, and so then I went over and I took some pictures of her Janice, and it's a cute little thing. And she was getting around pretty spry, so that was kind of neat. It was nice to see her. And Barstow's a cute little town, but man, does it smell like cow poop. Yep, Barstow, Stockton, woo! But yeah, Barstow at night was really pretty. And then when I was in Kingman, that was pretty cool too. Doodle is amazing. She's doing writer's training type thing now where you can do stuff and submit your footage to her, and she evaluates it. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But there's a lot of people on YouTube that are doing that sort of thing now. My son had mentioned that he was thinking about doing that. And the trick is, you know, how well are you at setting up your cameras? And we all know that's not my thing, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, hey. See? They pop up all over. Yep. So now we're getting into the nuts and bolts. It's an old petcock. I had a big box of brass things that my brother had laying around, and a little pair of scissors here. And so I'd been kind of trying to weed it out. And, you know, get rid of the sentimental stuff and the things that make my eyes leak, and it's pretty hard to do. Chrome drain plug. Not quite sure what it's for, but I'm not getting rid of it. Not putting it in with the drills, though. Okay. Oh, this. Oh, this is a kick. I used to have this on my Sportster. I called him my personal demon. I bought him, well, actually, my brother bought him for me. He was an old belt buckle. And we were in Cle Elum for my father's funeral, or our father's funeral. And we were talking about it, and he was like, yeah, you need your own demon. So I had that glued on my Sportster for years and years and years. Apparently, there is not now the glue made that will keep up with me. Who knew? And Jerry, I totally get that, and that's cool. Yeah. Some things about her style make me cringe a little bit too. I think she is kind of clickbaity. But then there are so many of them that are clickbaity right now. And I understand that's how they got to get the people in the door. She's not nearly as clickbaity as some other people I watch, though. And I get it, though. I get it. You've got to get the viewers in somehow. I am trying to do this as a method of getting my views up. I'm trying to do a live stream every once in a while, and I've been on here for 45 minutes. Wow, 46 minutes. Hi, Taylor. How are you? Did you pop back in, or have you been here all along? Never mind. Sorry. I'm just chatting and cleaning. I know. It's like, oh, here, that's that thing that I have that yellow thing for. This thing for. I have a car pure. Sterling, I hate clickbait as well. I try not to lean into it, but sometimes, you know, like the butter video, too good not to. This is a car purifying system, and I got it initially so my old ass eyes could see things easily without squinting at my phone and trying to navigate, you know, do all the things. And so I tried to do that, and it was a disaster. Total disaster. I've fiddly farted with that thing days. Well, okay, I'm going to say weeks on because that is true. And yeah. But anyway, I guess enough about that. Mirror things. I had another mirror like this. But because as I was on this last trip, I was like, that would be so convenient. But the whole problem is hooking it up to the Cardo. And I'm coming to believe the Cardos are pretty finicky. I know people are Team Cardo and some of them are Team Senna. And I saw somebody that had used a Senna and he was filming with it, which I was like, now they're coming out with stuff in my life as a content creator. And I use that terminology loosely. Hey, Sick, how are you? And hey, Red. Hey, Red, when are you doing your live? Because I'll get out of here before you do. Angel, I'm waiting. Answer me now. Answer me now. Anyway, what was I talking about? I can't remember. But anyway, I do want to get this thing. Oh, yeah. Team Cardo, Team Senna. And some people can hook up their, I know, her Two Wheels was saying that she had her Cardo hooked up to her cameras, and I'm like, I have the same Cardo that she does, but I don't know how she's doing that. So it's kind of like, whatever. I don't think I need this anymore. This is a cradle for me to punch holes into my books with, and it's nice. It's for longer sized pages, but I have since then figured a workaround. So, garbage. Yep. Yeah, other little bits and pieces. It's a piece of galvanized, you know, and I will keep this because if you ever travel and you have a chain and you don't want to put a chain guard on, you're gonna need this. Yes, you will. Okay. Red, let me know so I can get out of here, okay? Angel, let me know. In time is it now? Anybody over here with me? I can't figure out what time it is looking at my phone because all I have is picture and you lovely people. But, oh, anyway, back to my rant about this. I always keep one of these types of things, like either copper or something. And I used it one time to reunite the broken ends of my oil line on my Sportster. Yeah. Okay, 40 minutes. I'm not going to last that much longer. Right now, I'm just cleaning up stuff. Yep. And let's see, where did I put that thing anyway? Somebody else has been out in my garage, and I love him, but some people's versions of cleaning things are just shoving things. So like 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to make that. And Jeremy, I cannot tell you how many times I've had that sort of cardio. Got it. Yeah. So I am looking forward to trying to hook this up. And I think what I'm going to do is take this and this screen thing with me and my helmet and the Road King, and I'm going to go to my son's house, and I'm going to beg him to help me put it on. And I will put up with the sarcasm therein, because he's going to flip me so much crap. Angel, I totally get that. I was just kind of doing this to see what happened. And I'm excited because there's 14 lovely, wonderful people in here chatting with me. Right now, I am cleaning my garage. You want to see my Sportster, Angel? Hang on. I was assembling some pictures earlier to send to you. Hang on. Let me turn you around. I love this bike. Look at this. So mostly I'm just fiddling around in my garage. Good night, Keith. This is the back. And my kid asked me what color I liked, and I said, you know, I like blue. So look at the iridescence in this brush highlighted thing. And then this is called a haystack detail. Yeah, I had nothing to do with this. And this is also metallic. It's got a really, really fine flake in it. You can probably see that right now. Yeah, take care, Keith. And my mother made me this seat for my shovel head. And I liked it so well, when my ass got bigger, I just said, I'll put it on the Sportster. We're not going to look at the oil down there because I've been gone and it leaks. I had the guys put a disc on the back because I like to stop when I want to stop. This is the two-sided tank that you have to burp when you're filling it. And I drilled these holes myself back in the 80s. I was quite proud of them at the time until somebody pointed out it looked like a clown nose. Yeah. But anyway, when I put these fat bobs on, I did all the mock-up for the tabs and everything. And let me tell you, fitting things in here is a bitch. I also ran a little charging cable for my phone, tastefully matching to the paint color. And when I got this bike back from the shop the first time after the build, there were no forward pegs on it. And I said, well, I can't have that. I can't have that. My mechanic is, no, you're fine. You're good. You'll be fine without them. I'm like, no. And he took it out for a test ride for something or other one day and comes back and he goes, yeah, we're putting forward pegs on. But yeah, isn't that pretty? I love this detail. And they ran it all the way back here. See, you can see me, kind of. But yeah, I just love that look. And they relocated some of the stuff, and I had this made way back in the day, and I've just kept good care of it over the years, and it's still the same toolkit that I ran to Sturgis with and all over the P&W. Yep. And if you look at this, you'll see that it only has 100 miles on it because it came unconnected, and I didn't notice until I heard it whirring. Because usually I wear a full face helmet, and on this bike I listen to music because I need to listen to the engine, and yeah. And I'm not really wild about these big things here. They look kind of clunky in the general aesthetic, but they have much better contacts on them than the little bitty push buttons. Yeah, than the little bitty push buttons that I had on it. And I'm sure they're a lot easier to put on. I went through a whole card of those little bitty push buttons, trying to teach myself how to do them. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing out here, Red. I'm just talking crap. Thank you. And yeah, there's the rest of my tastefully tweaked out little garage. I've lived here for not quite 40 years now. So all the manuals, I think I have my brother's memorial stuff, some camping stuff, a heater for dead emergencies, tools, stuff that I haven't cleaned up yet, because when I clean things, I tend to just shove everything aside. That's an extra toolbox that I have only kind of filled up. And I was sorting through my bike covers because I have 4 of them. And you would think that by this point in this video, I would have a cover on at least one of them. Nope. So I wanted to show off my Road King, and I wanted to show off my Sportster. And the Dyna, poor baby, is in the shop, where it is having its intake leak repaired. I also, this is another really nice addition for the Road King for that trip. I mean, these bag liners are amazing. So what I do is, when I'm traveling, I have one side that stays with stuff that stays on the bike. And I balance out my load so that, you know, you're not wonky going down the road. But I generally have the stuff that stays out on the bike in one side. You know, like jump starter, the oil, the air thing, and the rum, and the duct tape, emergency sunglasses, and a set of clear goggles. Angel. Bye. Yes, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to probably pop out of here too, because we're going on an hour, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And Red Rider, Angel, is going to be going and getting ready for her live stream. So that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to finish my last little bit of cleanup here. I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to get Bubba out of his cute little, well, Taylor, you can come over and join us in Red Riders. She's starting at 5:30 our time. But, yeah. Emergency rum. It is emergency rum. And that's not even counting the one that I always keep in my little forward bags, you know, the soft covers. Yeah. Because, you know, you need what you need. And sometimes it's pretty cold out there. Oh, yeah. Don't let me forget to take this thing in. I got to take this in. Ooh. I've been home for 3 weeks. It's really a good thing it's been cold out here, huh? Okay, guys. I love you guys, too. Thank you so much. I'm going to try and just randomly do this. I'll try and leave you an announcement. But at any rate, I've got a lot more garage to clean up. So we'll be doing this again, okay? Okay. Thank you, everybody. Now, how do I turn this off? I think I pushed the X on the top. Anyway, bye. Thanks for hanging out while I did something interesting. Okay. Bye.